What a drive! This is made from the efficient driver! those draft ones. What a move! Stunning!
Good evening, race fans. Welcome to Sector 1 Sim Racing. Tonight, Round 1, Group B at Yamagawa, Japan. It's fast, it's flowy, it's tyre burny. We're going to see some great action. And best of all, the BMW and the Ferrari are both good cars to watch. Joining me in the box tonight is none other than Lucas, the good doctor. How are you, Lucas?
I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. Second in the box we got with us for the BMWs tonight will be Peter Dongo, Mr. NASCAR.
G'day, how are we?
Good. Pretty much we got some new drivers, some old drivers. They're all looking pretty fast, and it's going to be pretty interesting. What are your boys' thoughts?
She's wide open tonight, I think. Interesting little some stories and stuff going on, especially in the Ferrari room, which are glowing all over tonight. Got a lot of the guys that have stepped about the last segment, so Dean folks out there, Karen, also the main doctors in it. And then we've got a couple of new guys floating around as well. Just the actors, S-Mitch. Yeah. Definitely some new fresh faces there, so it's going to be really interesting to see where they sort of drop into the group.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Group B boys handle the Ferrari as well, because it's definitely a handful for some.
Yeah, and we've got season 1 championship, second division driver, DVW back row tonight, due to missing last week. So he'll be coming your way through the pack and see if he can get through up to the lead.
How's the BMWs looking, NASCAR?
Pretty good. A couple of the old faces from Group B last season, including some returning faces. John Farnham, aka Sheffield, in the Ragged and BMW. He's been second in the time, so we'll see how he fares in this pack.
Sorry. Just one of my cords I think might have come undone. The BMWs, it's going to be one of them races that are. It's going to be pretty eventful, I think, especially for Group B.
Yeah, and just like the Ferrari race, it's going to be quite open. It'll be a real winner of it. It's going to be down to that last lap so this one.
Well, we'll welcome some of our viewers. We got Buffer in the chat. We got CB Racing Chris, Daniel Biada, who is otherwise known as Dadson. Welcome, boys. DB's in the room. Lucky's in the room. Mr. Bumcrack's in the room. And Shiza. Welcome all. We might head off into a bit of the track facts in the purple sector to show you how we go purple around this track. And lost my train of thought there, but purple around this track. Thanks to Sean for providing the purple sector. He's the voice in here.
Welcome to the purple sector for round 1 here at Yamagawa in Japan. 4.9 kilometres, 15 turns, fantastic racetrack, characterised by its long radius corners and also very undulating as well. Quite a lot of uphill and downhill sections, but also provides some fantastic passing opportunities as we head down the Uchi Yamagawa straight now. Building up speed towards 230, 240 kilometres an hour, maybe 250. They're going to stand on the middle pedal a little bit, then really drift it through TK1. Really hard on the outside front tyre through here. Then it's flat out through the Cyborg S's as we go left, we go right, then we go left again, and then we go right. Don't take too much of that curb right there. It will just absolutely fire off into that wall. We've seen it happen many a times. Now it's a long downhill into TK2. Very fast corner, this one. Very long radius as well. You're looking at about 180, 190 kilometers an hour average speed through the corner. Fantastic corner. Then we plunge severely down the hill towards the Fuji S, and we're going to stand on the brakes. This is probably one of the really good passing opportunities through here. Does require a little bit of cooperation from both drivers. Then we go up and down again through No Name, which is turned 11. Now into the slowest corner of the track, which is ADR. Back to second gear. Some guys may use first to get a really good drive traction out of the corner. Another great passing opportunity. Now into the Frippo Froppo. Really tricky part of the track, this one. Really got to flick it across and get your turning point absolutely right there. If you get that a little bit late, you will end up on the outside of the track. Now into the Canepa Hairpin. Second gear, maybe third gear. Again, really does depend on your car and your gearing setup. Really fantastic track, this one. Tyres will be a big talking point here as this track punishes tyres. And that is a lap of the beautiful Yamagawa circuit, and that is how you go purple.
There you go, that's how you go purple around Yamagawa. So it seems like we got a little bit of an echo going on again for some reason, but we'll try and work through it and see how we go. How about we start off with some qualifying there, NASCAR?
We just got one to join, and then the other running.
All good. So tonight's BMW qualifying and race is brought to you by Aussie Hampton. They're proud sponsoring this event for this season. I'm going to hopefully try and play with a setting, and it might come good. I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't want to touch too much because I might wreck it completely. But we'll deal with it. We'll keep going.
We're ready to rock.
Well, when you're ready to go, we can head out.
Set them loose.
Set them loose. Right, qualifying, here we go. So out first is the crazy one, a switchblade entry. Looking pretty good in practice. Well, he might be a bit of a long stint. Bishop, get my tongue right. BishopWacker for racing cars like Legends, I believe, in the chill out livery. The voice himself in the Auto 1 entry for Ragged Edge Racing. Buffer in the Green Beacon BMW for Red Mist. Shinobi in the second of the racing cars like Legends chill out livery. Grassies in the Toro entry from Lucky's Lawn Care. I think this might be one of the blokes we should be watching out for. We watched him in a little bit of practice. He's going pretty well. Faster Jet in the Aussie Hampton BMW. Faster Jet's been here for a while. He knows how to get a race length done. And the man himself, the team owner of Aussie Hampton, the Moth. coming through the ranks. He started off in the back end of Group B. He's now a contender, so he's definitely got his driving down pat. And Excalibur for Def Grip Racing. He'll be chasing down the Moth. He's one of the ones that always fights with his old man, who is the Moth. Filthy in the black light entry. Well, we'll have to see how he goes. Not much practice, I don't think, has been going on this week for Filthy. He's been moving house, so we'll see how that fares. Womble, the second of the Red Mist Green Beacon entries. Team owner as well with that team. And the Sandman's already in the pits for the counterpunch entry. We'll go back up the front. The crazy one. We might get to see the start of the first indicative times now, so as they come up towards the Frippu Froppu. One of the hardest corners to get right. You get that curb wrong and you're in the fence. Alright, let's see what they got. Try and get the toe from other cars. It's a long straight. Crazy one crosses with a 35.2. BishopWacker 34.5 and goes straight to the top with a 33.7. So Ghost is our early leader. It's been a long time. Yeah, I was about to say it's been a long time since he's been on the track, but it's a pretty good start. Grassies into second. Shinobi holding on to third, so that's not bad. Filthy up to fifth. Let's see how far he can get the black light entry. Oh, he's 0.4 up. Womble crosses with a 34.9, which sits him into 6th place behind Filthy. We'll have a look down at this next sector. Oh, he's dropped a little bit of time. 0.2. Down towards ADR, hard braking. Pull it in tight. You get on the gas pretty early in the BMW to get the last sector here. Oh, he's gained a little bit. You can see Ghost is already in the pits. Let's see what Filthy does. Can he gain a spot or two? Oh, grabs a spot. Go down and see how the crazy one's going. It's another, not so much a hard corner this TK1, but I mean, you've still got to set the corner up right, don't you?
Absolutely. It's just a flat. Call it long, but it's just really flat. It takes forever to get around. You just got to hit that apex. Make sure you hug that key, otherwise just send you straight to the grass. And not the ideal way to start. But much more harder than it looks.
The Frippu Froppu, that's one of the hardest corners for me in the Ferrari. It just throws your back end over.
Thank God I'm not driving that this year.
Over that curb, and over that curb, and it can throw you into the fence pretty easy. So he goes 0.06 faster, so it hasn't really gained him anywhere. Let's go back up to Ghost.
Going for that one last quick run.
Yeah, we're already down to 3 minutes left.
Oh, actually flies. Time flies in this this track in qualifying. That's for sure.
So Ghost going through the sideboard. Yes, is up.
Key to get that banker.
Oh, he's just shy of his fast lap. Get your second sector as you go down the hill here. Oh, he's 0.03 up. He's gone purple. Massive section of track here through the 2 GSs. You get that wrong and that's your lap done.
Yep. You got to wipe off a lot of speed coming down that hill. So yeah, it's just very important to get your braking zone right. And again, just trying to hug as much as that curve as possible without getting a invoice from the track officials. So yeah.
Well, looks like Ghost is on a good lap here. Last purple is 0.4 up.
Let's see what Claude's got in his locker here. Grabs a toe. Oh, Sean.
0.5 up.
Good grief. 33.2.
Grassies, let's see what Grassies can match.
He's on an outlap.
Oh, he's on an outlap.
There he goes.
So Shinobi. Might go back and see how the Sandman's travelling. He's got his blinkers on. No, he doesn't. He's a little bit down. He's going to get the toe here, though.
Just a quick shout out to Filthy there in 4th place. Really good job. Really good session for him today. Let's see if he can back it up in the race tonight.
I think he'll be fine. Oh. Buffer a little sideways there by the look of it.
He's up on his PB here, Grassies, as he goes through the Fuji S. Might not be enough to threaten pole, but we could be wrong here as we go for the last sector here.
Oh, everyone's saying they can't hear Lucas. Can you hear NASCAR? Well, he's coming up to the last corner. I don't know how to pronounce that properly, but the Canupa hairpin, I think it's called.
I think we'll go with that one for now.
Let's see how if Grassies can make some time on Ghost here.
He's going to be close. Oh, 134.004.
Oh, he doesn't improve all too much.
But he's got one more lap to do it. He's got one more lap to have a go here.
Let's see where Filthy goes. Filthy stays in 4th at the moment. Ghost is in the pits. He said he's had enough.
He thinks he's got the job done. Let's see what Grassies has to say about that.
Could you say it again, please?
Oh, he's down.
Sorry. I just had... My phone must have thought I said its name, so it started to talk to me.
Oh, Womble with a 34.293 puts him in the third. How about that? Great job there by Womble. Just knocked Shinobi and Filthy off the out of position there.
Shinobi. So he's probably just a bit ahead of... Let's go with that. He's a bit ahead of Grassies there. Sorry, I'm just trying to touch some buttons and see what can fix this echo. But it sounds like...
What should we got for here? Stays in 4th.
Grassies stays second. Right. let's see how this goes. Do you need to do any grid drops?
The leaf killed me. So I'll just get a picture of this and we'll just get a bit of round.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to try and sort out this microphone issue. But it seems to be your end. They can hear me fine. Yeah, I don't know. We keep playing, trying to get it right, but it seems to keep changing. But we'll keep going.
Soldier on. That's okay.
So in the meantime, next week we're going to be Group A again, back to round 2. I have... Sorry, I've just lost my phone. I can't even remember where we're at. I think it might be Brands Hatch, that's right. I should know because I've been practicing there. Group A is back at Brands Hatch. I'm not sure if we're running the micro sector this week or if it's starting up yet, but that's to be confirmed.
So I'll just get that grid sorted out.
I think it's going to be a pretty out there race.
Oh yeah. As it always. Yes, just give me 1 second to set the grid out.
Oh, good. We got an echo that went away. It's come back. People can't hear you. Some can. It's all happening tonight. I thought we had it all fixed last week, but it seems to have come back. We
shall not be too far away.
It's all good. We can enjoy the slideshow while we're doing it. Nothing like looking at some Ferraris and some BMWs with some good liveries on them. I'm not completely sure how to fix it.
Sean says in the party chat now, so he says the party with you said to the far left.
Let me have a look. Oh. Right. Does that help the echo any better?
Is there an echo here? Is there an echo?
Hopefully you can fix it. Because we did have it running perfect, and then it's just changed again for some reason.
Technology, it always does it. We'll figure it out. Racing will be good though, so they can't really hear it, they can see it. So I've got news from the Ferrari room 2 days, 2 mornings, 2 nights, 2 weeks. We put a force from the pits, Death Grid Racing, hard subs Ferrari subs box issue. I'm working on that between the moment, being the case of the boss district side, I'd like to jump in on the T-car, so keep an eye on that.
Alright.
Well, we are ready when you are.
Have fun, boys.
Final is ready. Group B, round 1, here we go. Ghost off pole, Grassies in second. It's going to be a drag to the first corner. Revs are building. About to be burning some rubber. We've got 30 minutes. Ghost gets a good launch. Ghost has got the launch he wanted. He's got the green beacon car all over the back of Grassies. Womble, I should say, not the green beacon. Grassie's getting a bit of a run, a bit of a tow. Looks pretty set though. Shinobi on the back of Womble. It's going to get a run down the hill. A little bit early for a passing manoeuvre yet. Oh no! Straight up. He's going to have to burn that on the pit wall side of the straight. Gets through the frippu froppu. Womble's having a look up the inside of Grassies. I think he's made it stick. Wombles could get the lead here. Sean's going to have to pull over and burn. Womble to the top. Going off the chat this week, you wouldn't have thought he'd be in first place right now. Although Grassie's not hanging around, he's staying right with him. Might do a bit of a run through the field here, so we got Womble in first. Grassie's in second from the Lucky's Lawn Care entry. Ghost in third. Shinobi all over the back of Ghost. He's in the Racing Cars Like Legends Chill Out Systems livery. Oh, Filthy with a big look. Holds on to it, no penalty yet. Thought he might have ran wide there. We're going 3 wide though behind Filthy. Crazy one. Oh, Sandman has a look up the inside. He's got the move done. It's pretty heated up the front here. Now you got to think to yourself, do you sit behind Womble? Maybe save some fuel. Save some tyres. Let him do all the work and you follow in the tow. Looks like Ghost is having a bit of a run with them too. And not far behind in 4th. It's a crazy one. Grassies runs wide. This first pack's just starting to break away. Oh. You're really quiet in my ears now, NASCAR. Womble is hitting the Frippu Froppu clean as. He's getting through there nice and smooth. He's got Grassy all over him though. Starting to bunch up a little bit. We can see the front pack was breaking away, but now they're just starting to catch up. Bit of the fighting up the front might have dropped them back a little bit as Grassy's going for the inside move. He's made it stick. Womble's coming back up the inside again. The under overworked. Ghost is sitting in the background thinking to himself, hope one of these boys make a mistake. They've all got slightly different lines and they're all slightly gaining and not. Oh, who's that? The crazy one. Crazy one might get a, he got away with the penalty there. Although here we go, it's looking to be too wide coming into the hairpin. Oh, there's a bit of. Let's see if we could see that on a replay. Aaron up the... Aaron, it's not a bad move. He's a little bit of a touch, but he's got there in the end. Crazy one's just going backwards a little bit. He's now he's got BishopWacker beside him. He's going to grab the inside here, the TK1. Oh, he's run wide. Not a bad move. Let's see if we can catch it on a replay. Oh, and he's off. Oh no, Sean, he's dropped back, has he? I think we missed the initial contact on the replay, but fair play then if that's how it needed to be. I'm sure the speed these two have got, they'll be able to work their way back up the front. So Shinobi has the lead over Grassies. The Grassies is right there. And the Sandman up to third. So, Lucky's Lawn Care and Racing Cars Like Legends are up the front. Who would have thought? They had a pretty good driver lineup this season, both these teams. Sandman in third. He's going to be happy with that. He's I don't think he was too excited about coming into tonight. He didn't think he was going to be placing anywhere decent, but he's sitting in a perfect spot. Yeah, definitely using the car a little bit to try and keep up. We're just starting to see the first of our pit stops as well, so this is the two-stop strategy maybe playing in effect here. We'll have to see how far these blokes are going to prepare to run on bad tyres, or if they're going to do the two-stop just a little bit later of a lap. So, just turn my mic down. I'm hoping that might get rid of some of the echo. I'm not sure if it's mine or not, but Grassie's going out for another lap, so he's looking at the weird option, maybe just a long first stint, short a second. Or I guess there's two stints up this one, so it'll be the shorter two further stints. Sandman into second now. Oh yeah, Lucky just brought up a good fact in the chat there. Grassies is racing with one arm. Hurt himself, I think, at work. So he's driving pretty good. the back of the field, BishopWacker. I'd say he's just pitted, has he?
Yeah, that's correct.
The first lap out is always, you got to be careful of them tyres. They need to warm up, just like the real deal. Buffer having a bit of a lonely race, although he cuts that entry to the Frippo Froppo real tight there. I think he's got away with it. Just ahead of him, the Moth, sitting in 10th. Plugging away, it's a long way to go yet. And you know the Moth's there at the end of the race too, so he could be on a different strategy to everyone else. Faster Chet, second of the Aussie entries. Sitting in ninth, I'm guessing he's not super happy with ninth, but I think it'd be not a bad first round spot. Now these two still haven't pitted yet. Shanubi first at the stoppers, isn't he? So he's not far behind. Takes the lead. Filthy might grab the Filthy into second. Excalibur sitting in third. Is he on the one stop? I think he'll be happy with this. He's ahead of them off, so that's going to be his goal for tonight's race. Sitting in third though, that's nothing to slouch. Sandman, he's got Ghost on the back of him. The Sandman's most likely good to go to the end if he's on the one stopper. Just starting to spread out now, the field. So it could be... Ghost needs to really make some time up here. He can't sit behind Sandman, because if the Sandman's on a one-stop strategy, he needs to get out, get some gap between him and Sandman just to be able to get that second pit stop. He's going to have a good run down the hill here though. Well done. Runs a little wide. Makes it stick. Tell you what though, crazy one is not letting go of him. Sean runs wide. Let's see if we can grab that on a replay. So Sean runs wide. Claude gets the spot back. He's not going to be happy with that. Keep trying. This is where your tyres go. Your tyres go just battling it out with the person that's maybe a little bit slower or the same speed, and you just can't get past them, and your tyres go and your car just gets wrecked in that one stint. Just stick with us a bit longer because it's getting a little bit heated at the moment. Ghost. Just touches the grass. Oh. See the Sandman pulling away that little bit, and then you just push that bit harder and your car can't do it. Hell, the Sandman's nearly out to 0.8 of a gap here. Sean's running wide everywhere. I think he might have burnt his tyres trying to get past Claude. Grassies is slowly catching. It's hurting Sean if he doesn't pull in. I think Grassies has got the favourable car here. Between the two, I think these are on the same pit stop strategy. Shinobi's got a 4-second lead over Filthy. How's Shinobi looking on fuel? And Filthy will be the same? Sandman on fuel. Is he still good to go to the end? So he's actually looking, depending on where Shinobi and Filthy come out, he's actually looking pretty on target. So now we just see how the gap goes between Filthy and Grassies, because they're both looking in shape to run to the end. We'll have to see the gap between Grassies and Shinobi. They're gonna have a much better car, probably a lighter car. Yeah. They're gonna catch up pretty quick. Filthy still sitting in 4th. He should be good to go to the end now. The Sandman or Grassies? Oh, Ghost. Sorry, you're really light in my ear. That's all. Ghost. He's going to have to push pretty hard to catch them front two. I mean, he's 13, nearly 14 seconds down the road. And we got 7 minutes left, so probably only talking six odd laps. And I think we see potentially the first three move up to Group A, so depending on points, obviously, penalties if they get applied, if there is any. But the crazy one's still sitting in 6th just behind Ghost. So he's had a pretty good race all race, pretty clean. Sticking with the Ghost is not a bad ask. Excalibur in 7th. Well, we got teammates running 8th and 9th here. Womble and Buffo in the Green Beacon entries. They been practicing a little bit together this week, so they should be on par with each other. Oh, this is dangerous. Shinobi has the car to make the move here. He's got a good run here. Oh. Better off finishing the race than crashing, he's probably thinking. Don't need to push it too hard. That's a good move by Shinobi. Yeah, so we've got 3 laps left, just over. Depending on if they can get across the line before the countdown finishes again. But we'll see what the gap's like here with Shinobi. He's already down to 1.8 seconds, so Sandman is losing time pretty fast.
Well, he's done a 46 and 45 plus 2 laps against
Down to 0.7. He's reeling him in. I think he's made this stick. Oh, Sandman. Close. Oh, you think Shinobi's got the better car, he's just going to pull away now, so let's see how Sandman if he can hold on or not. Sandman's not out of trouble either because Grassies is catching Sandman fast. Filthy's not letting go either. I think Filthy's in with a chance here. The tyres are going to be gone on Sandman's car. End of this lap.
He's got better tyres than
You can see Ghost in the background setting fast laps. Oh no.
really hard time
Oh! Filthy grabs Grassies. Here we go. I think we're going to see two of them get Sandman here. Oh, Claude holds onto it. Filthy to second. He's going to be stoked with this. That's a Group A spot almost, pretty much. Sandman covering. Ghost is catching quick, but I don't know if he's got enough time left. Sandman holding out Grassies. Might just jump back up the front because we're getting close to the finish line here. Shinobi. 3.5 seconds out in front, you'd start to lift off the gas pedal here, I think, if you were shy of making it. Shinobi's going to take out first for Group B. Filthy in second, going to be happy with that. Sandman. Grassies gets Ghost here. What's going on there? That's some pretty bad cameraing there, sorry. Excalibur, Buffer, 9th, the Moth, 10th. Faster Jet, he's going to hold on to 11th. BishopWacker is going to bring home the second of the RCLL cars in 12th. Well, that was a pretty good race.
That delivered as every race I've watched and co-commentated, so and been a part of it. Really surprise results, especially second, third place cars with A cars. Congrats, and of course, winner Shinobi. What a race! Shown why he's been picked up by D-Flow. He's definitely or even A.
Well, I think he might be set for A coming in first.
Oh, don't say that. I've got to run.
Recapping race results, we had Shinobi in first, Filthy in second, Sandman in third, Grassies got fourth, just capturing Ghost down the straight, Ghost in fifth, sixth was the crazy one. Womble came home in seventh, which was a good recovery from a bit of an incident halfway through the race. Excalibur coming in at eighth, not a bad finish. He's got the old man in the bag tonight. Buffer, ninth place. The Moth comes home in 10th, Faster Jet in 11th, and BishopWacker rounds out the field in 12th place. So, driver of the day. Who do you think driver of the day, NASCAR?
Well, starting in ninth and coming through the pack to finish in a podium position is not really easy at a track like this. I'll give a nomination. Again, no team bias, but he did a fantastic job coming up to the podium. Typical fuel savings always helps. So yeah, on a late tour side, really well done.
I'm going to say, I think Shinobi had a great drive. I think even though Filthy picks on me a lot, I think he had a better drive because he was a fair way behind and he was right there at the end. If there was another lap, I think he was on Shinobi.
Yeah. Because they were right on the line there, so they were right for the peak on
What have we got? Prua says Filthy driver of the day. Skitson, Shinobi. Shane Mitchell goes for Shinobi as well. Shizer says driver of the day, Filthy and Claude. Dadson says Filthy. There's a lot of Filthies out there, and there's a few Shinoobs too. So I think there might be more Filthies though. So I think we're probably going to be going Filthy.
Yeah. I'll pay that.
Don't forget, if you like it, what you're watching, like and subscribe to Sector 1 Sim Racing. We've had a little bit of drama tonight. There's been the echo is a bit of a problem, which we thought we fixed, but it doesn't seem to be helping tonight. Hopefully we can fix it. We're back in the room now with Good Doctor.
Hey mate.
How are you?
Good. I've got an idea. Try before we start the race. Try to start your own voice chat party. Because you might be what's not helping it. Otherwise, you'll be practically on your own for 50 minutes because I don't think your system might always feel okay.
It's about the only difference I think that there might be.
Yeah, I'm going to record, so give that a try.
Well, BMWs didn't prove to be something bad to watch. It was pretty good. Bad to watch. It was pretty good.
Alright, let's see this one. If they know it, just click on it. I am, then wont on here, 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 wont on here.
Yes, it's not fun by yourself either. During the BMW race, NASCAR was really quiet, and you quite hear exactly what he was saying every time. It was pretty hard.
He turned his mic down to try and get calm for everybody. Just makes it hard because the race goes very hard to apparently. It's alright, we'll suss it out. We'll be qualifying going back for these guys while we're waiting. So is Hell just jumping on T car or different race for hard stop with the lunch in the box? We'll do one lap, one slow lap, to get himself onto the back line, so we should be able to go straight to the last one. Still a coming.
Still let go. I don't know what's changed, it was all set. We'll have to go through it again. So, first out, D-Flow, the team owner of RCOL, he's in the Chill Out Systems Ferrari 458, followed by Maverick. He's the second of the RCOL cars. Both cars look good on track at the moment, so the white and the black are certainly making it look pretty professional. Hardy Thump comes in for the CJE Sports entry. Berry is one of our OGs, I believe. He is in the Obsession. He's in the Obsession team. Got Island Breweries. Old Wakey, one of the new blokes. He's proven to be pretty quick. He's in the Aussie Hampton M3. Owner of Aussie Hampton was Moth, which we've just seen in the last race, who came 10th, I think. Karen in the Deeds Brewing. He is Brent, aka Karen Unleashed, team owner, Switchblade. Darkside, first time up in the top ranks in the Ferrari. Not sure how he's liking it. A blacklight entry. You'd know this one very well, Lucas. Justin the Atom, first of the Green Beacon entries. Red Mist, sorry. Very first race in Sector 1, apart from the Community Series. He's supposed to be pretty quick. I haven't seen a lap with him in the Ferrari yet. The other Tyrone, second of the Powerhouse entries. Powerhouse, got that wrong. Aussie Hampton entries. CB Racing Chris, Death Grip. This is the old Powerhouse Revolution Race Gear entry. Black Project, second of the second of the blacklight cars in the is it Perezki? EBM Mitch, he's in the second of the Green Beacon cars, Red Mist Racing. The man himself, DB007, he couldn't make the first round, but he is here for the second, and he's going to prove what he can do from the back of the grid. And Excalibur filling in for Hardsoft, who couldn't make it tonight with a failure, mechanical failure. So Artie Thump's taken the first of the top time so far. He has run a 32.8, that is blisteringly fast in the Ferrari. D-Flow, 0.4 behind in second. Maverick following him very closely by 0.082 behind D-Flow, which is can tell these two have been practicing together. CB Chris has put himself up into 4th. Justin the Atom up into 5th. That's a pretty good first lap. Not bad for your first outing to be 5th so far. It's going to be a pretty quick qualifying. It's only 15 minutes, which is a bit longer than the BMWs, but it's still pretty fast for qualifying. Karen has put himself into 6th. The other Tyrone sitting in 7th. Might go back up the front. We see Artie Thump already jumps into the pits. D-Flow runs a little bit faster, not quite enough. Artie Thump still holding on. Old Wakey moves himself up to 5th. Top 5 so far are split by 0.6. It's looking to setting itself up for a pretty good race. Justin the Adams slowly moving back down to 7th. Darkside is not liking the Ferrari, I don't think, from some of the comments that have been in the Discord chat rooms when he's given it a red hot crack. D-Flow first of the pit stops. Probably not the first of the pit stops, but he's I think that's his second lot, so he's on fresh tyres, lower fuel. Karen Unleashed up into 2nd.
Very to the top, very to the top, very to the top.
Very to the top. He's gone just quicker, he's 0.049 quicker than Artie Thump. I think I've just worked out what our problem might be with this. I don't think I can fix it. So I've gone and we'll talk about it after. Not much we can do about it now, I can't change it. Justin the Atom slowly moving back to 8th. He's going to come out with a good lap, but he's going purple in the 2nd sector. He's up 1.15. Oh, and he's lost it. There goes that lap. Once you spin there, your tyres are gone. Perry coming through the Fripu Propu. Up to the Canupa hairpin. Has he got a better time? What can he do? Oh, Artie Thump to the top with a 31.6. 32.6, sorry. Perry's in the pits. Times are coming down. D-Flow still in 4th. We know D-Flow could go faster. 0.3, nearly 0.4 up on his first sector. Karen up to 3rd. No, he was 2nd, wasn't he? D-Flow's gone purple on the 2nd sector. Can he keep it clean through the... Not sure what you call them ones. Fuji S's. He does. Makes his way down to ADR, deep on the brakes. Clean out of there, roll on the throttle. Down through to the Frippu Froppu. He is well up on his on the purple sector. Let's see what he's got. It's looking pretty clean through here. Good exit onto the straight. This is going to be etching a 31. 32-1. That's going to be pretty hard to beat. Hardy's up. Goes no quicker. Berry, where's Berry? Just coming onto the straight now. What's he got? Berry goes no quicker. Dark side. Dark side moves up to 6 with a 33-4. Looking a little taily, Dark side. Might have to come in for a fresh set. They're getting down to them times. D-flow. Just coming around. 80R towards the Frippu Froppu. Get this corner wrong and your lap is done. Into the fence. Makes his way around. Come up to the Canupa hairpin. Excalibur goes better. 35-8. See what D-Flow can go any quicker. If he goes any quicker, it's pretty much a 31. Sorry. Forgot to put the time up. Hardy thump. Berry. What's Berry got? He's on his best. Can he make up a spot? Oh, 0.013, just fractionally quicker. Karen through the sidewall guesses. Making his way up to TK2. What's his first sector go? First sector, he's 0.17 up on his best time. Need to get through this corner cleanly for the second sector down the hill. Get on the gas as early as you can and run wide. Oh, he's gone purple. Fuji S's are a handful, but he's got through there cleanly. This is where you can lose most of your time. Gets through ADR cleanly. Uses all the curb. Excalibur goes one better again. We'll get there in a sec. Through the Frippu Froppu. Oh, he's a bit taily, but he keeps it straight. This could be a good lap here. He could make up a spot or two. Well, he's on. Oh, he pulls into the pits. That's different. On a good lap. He obviously knows he can get better.
Maverick to P2.
Maverick. 0.4 behind D-Flow, so it's looking like the RCLL boys are really cracking the whip tonight. Hardy Thump still holds off third. Berry still hasn't gained any better, but he's sitting in fourth. Another one, CB Chris, he's doing pretty well to be sitting in sixth. As he goes his best time, he's 0.1 up. Another Tyrone, goes a little quicker. Moves himself up to 10th. Justin the Atom, one that we don't think we were too sure on, but he's supposed to be pretty quick. He's 1.4 seconds down the road of the leaders. The other Tyrone drifting around TK2. Oh, Excalibur, he's parked it. Had enough. And we know DB007, he starts off the rear of the grid, so he's sitting out the back. Darkside improves to 6th with a 33.2. CB Chris takes it back. Oh, got purple sector here. We got Black Project with a 33.3. Moves himself to 8th. I think D-Flow, he was just on a purple lap, but he had a bit of a shocker through the Fuji S's. See what his third sector looks like. He's way down. Let's see what Maverick can do. Maverick's right behind. There you go, Justin the Atom moves himself up to 7th. He's got that time we were looking for. Maverick do here? Oh, he stays 2nd. Hardy Thump 3rd. Ferry's on his best. He's slideways out of the Canupa hairpin.
They might not work. We'll just see.
Oh, we better not do that. Putting the slideshow on before the race, that didn't work. Revs are building. Defo gets a good start. I think Cruiser might have got a better one. Berry's made a few spots. Here comes Artie. This is not the place you want to be side by side on the first lap. Oh no. So DB started off the rear of the grid. He's got to make his he's got 50 minutes to make his way to the front. I think he's definitely got the speed to do it. But you are going to use a lot of tyre and fuel getting past all these people. Justin the Atom, he's had a bit of a shocker start. But it's 50 minutes. It's a long race. Oh no. Trying to keep up, but you can only see the first 8 spots, so it's hard to try and grab them. Maverick goes fastest. Maverick's going to be a hard one to... you need to keep in the toe because he's pretty quick in the Ferrari. But it's a big battle for second, third and fourth. Berry has got Artie Thump all over him. Followed by D-Flow, who's no slouch in the Ferrari we've seen from practice. And not far behind them is CB Chris. The first five are just starting to break away. We come to ADR. Get through it cleanly. Do a bit of a run through the field because it's... Oh, cruising. He's hit the fence. See if we can get that on a replay. Comes through the frippu. Runs wide. Can't hold on to it. Didn't hit the fence, but he just run wide. Still holding on to first. That's tightened the gap up, but they're right behind him. Artie Thump. I've been in that race with him at Monza. He is not one to let go of. He will stick on your behind for the entire race. Oh, Berry gets a little bit sideways there. This is the hardest part of the track for me and the Ferrari, is trying to get through these Fuji S's. The curb throws the back end off. Hit the other curb and then it starts to slide and you can't bring the slide back in. We're going to see a bit of a dive here from Artie. I think he's pulled it off. He's made it stick. Artie's not one to hang around too. He will try and latch onto the back of Maverick here. I don't think we'll get that on the replay, but we can try. Oh, we got it. Round the outside. It's pretty evenly spread out the field at the moment. It's looking pretty sedate. I think D-Flow's just starting to come into effect here. He's got this Ferrari letting them all know that he's not the slow one. So as they come up to TK2, this can make or break your corner if you're following someone. The aero behind another car can just make you run wide. He's going to have a good run down the hill here. Thinks better of it. Oh, he cuts the corner pretty good. I think he might be safe for a penalty there, though. He can cut that corner pretty good. Righto. Well, it wasn't that one. We'll see if that one fixes it. It'll probably be the...
Yeah, just keep pushing buttons till something happens.
Hopefully that brings the at least some of the sound back on.
Car sounds back. That's good.
Right. Oh, and Lucas, did that get rid of the echo though?
Am I still echoing?
No echo!
Yay!
Oh, stop it!
I can commentate! It's been killing me sitting here watching this without being able to say anything! Beautiful work. All right, well, look at that D-flow. It's going to get right inside of Artie Thump there through TK2. Let's warm this one up. No, to Henrico there. Good to see. Look out. Karen's having a look there down the hill. Oh,
Gets the inside.
nice move under brakes. Here comes DB as well in the background.
DB.
Oh, he's almost lost it. Oh, it was close. So DB's got to do better than 8th tonight, really, to get himself up. But what's he need to do position-wise tonight? Top 3? Top 2?
Oh, I think you'd want to be safe with the top 2. I wouldn't be going with the top 3 in case penalties and that can stop you from going up.
We're just looking at the car now. He's got plenty of fuel on board. Tyler looking pretty good against the guys around him. He's the same, if not better, than everyone around him. So he's looking pretty good still for someone that's coming through the pack.
Very loose in the back though. He's definitely pushing. It looks like we've got Artie going for the... Oh! Super tight.
Tell you what, Artie forceful. He definitely sticks the nose in there, and it's up to you to let him in or not.
Yeah. That's how I found him at Monza as well. But you have to have the trust there.
Absolutely. D-Flow's in this as well.
The two RCWL boys, they are on fire tonight. Cruising around the outside.
Do it, do it. That's the way.
He's
Great
made it
racing
stick.
in front. Artie's changing lanes, left, right, trying to find a way through. Karen and Berry, they're fighting against it. Berry's got back past Karen, as Karen's going to try to get at the bottom of the hill. Got to be careful there because DB's in this now, CB with him as well.
I think you're going to start to see some potential crashes coming up. All the BMWs, all the Ferraris are starting to look pretty loose on the back.
Yeah, the tyres are starting to come into play now. That right rear is starting to get punished in these guys. Oh, Maverick has a big slide there. Right rear.
Let's see if we can catch that.
Oh, look at this battle pack here though.
Oh,
Carriage has gone in way too deep. Can he catch it? Just about took DB with him. He's managed to gather it up. Hardy thumps the first to blink in the pits. Berry goes with him. The middle pack's all gone with him. They're all in.
They're all in. Old Wakey, the only one that holds out.
DB, new tyres and straight back out, no fuel. He's come right out behind Artie. He's picked up a lot of pace here in Artie Thump. Track position is king. Black Project snuck through there as well on the back of old Wakey.
Now, you're going to see a blistering time here from DB007, but he's caught in traffic.
This is where he's got to do it. He's got to get the nose down now and just punch out a couple of really quick laps on fresh rubber. Car's going to be light, but he's going to have a long stop later on.
Ferraris are good to watch when you've got someone that is as smooth as him in it. He's definitely got a good toe out of the TK2. Not much he can do with it though coming into the Fuji S's.
Oh, here's Black Project, a little nudge along. Shout out there to Black Project. He's running tonight on a DS4 for the first time ever because his steering wheels bit the biscuit on him.
DB, going to go for the dive up the inside. Makes it work.
Doesn't make it too hard for him. Just tuck in there, get a bit of a toe.
Might just jump back up the front and see what's happening. Cruising, just pulling a little bit of gap out, on D-Flow. Bit taily out of the exit there. They're going to pull in. They're both pulling it. No, just
One's
Maverick.
D-Flow's out. Interesting strategy there. So Maverick with just under half a tank on board. New tyres. He's going to put fuel in as well. How much is he going to put in? Put a little bit in it. 2/3? Yeah, 2/3 of the tank. Comes up behind Artie Thump. Oh, Walkie's about to go past. Has not hit a jet. DB slips past as well on the outside. They're side by side.
Oh, I think he's going to... Maverick's going to try hold him off. Gets it. I think he needed that.
Too nice for that. Walkie now is a bit of a cork in the bottle here. He's the guy that's out of sequence. Hasn't fitted yet.
DB up the inside. Makes that look easy.
Maverick's going to try and go with him. He's tucked right in there. Just try and hang on to the back of DB.
This is where Maverick's got to be careful because the Ferrari trying to keep pace with someone like DB, you wear them tyres, it'll bite you now in the butt.
It was really smart there from Milwaukee coming down the hill. He really wasn't racing these guys. They just lifted a little bit to let Maverick in on the run into the S and just tucked himself in behind there. So really good presence of mind there for the driver out of sequence.
Back up the front. Let's see if Defo comes in this lap.
Surely he has to.
I think
He's still in the 34s.
he'd be pretty close to being on fumes at the moment.
He's in now.
Pulls
So
in.
he's on 45, so he did an extra lap on fuel compared to cruising and the same amount of fuel in the tank.
Yeah, what though? That's 10 minutes in with still almost half a tank.
Not a long field. He's going to come out behind DB and Maverick.
DB already up to second from the rear of the grid. Might be a little bit out of sequence due to a pit stop, but he's making the moves.
Well, he actually is making that fuel up very quickly at the moment. He's on just under half a tank of fuel now, and the guys behind him are just over half a tank. Maverick's just lifted a little bit to let D flow through. Coming down here, so a bit of a strategy play there for the RCLL guys.
We'll let the boss through, he reckons.
Oh, Artie! Oh, he cut the bottom chicane really, really heavily there. He's going to get a penalty for that.
Gets away with it.
Oh, that would have been razor edge for that, I reckon.
Hardy must be on the foreign strategy as well, because I think he still might need to come in.
No, he's been through, I think.
He's been through?
Yeah, his tyres are too precious and hasn't hit it.
Oh, holds it.
He's about the same fuel load as DB, so I reckon he's not filled that first stint either. He's just took tyres.
Yeah.
So D-Flow's the first of the guys that have taken fuel.
Well, we've seen it worked for NASCAR, Sandman in the BMWs to do the one stop, so the fuel advantage could work here. Hardy making it look easy up the front though.
Yeah, DB's very, very so slightly just reeling him in on the back side of the circuit, but along the front, along the first and second sector, Hardy's got him covered. D-Flow just dropping off. He's got ahead of cruising there to let him pass, but I don't know if he's got the speed to match DB, but he won't be far off it. Oh, cruising! Big lose! That threw him right off the side there. Dirty tyres and a penalty for his troubles.
Oh no, won't be happy with that. Oh, and he's sideways.
Hold on to it, son.
We got Karen sitting back there in fifth.
Karen is going to be rubbing his hands together looking at this, going, here we go, it's on. He's my old sparring partner. CB and Barry in the background there having a bit of a duel.
Just seen that.
Nice move there from Barry.
See if we can catch that on the replay. I missed it. We got the replay though. Barry just tucks up the inside. Through ADR. Nice and clean. Good move.
Oh, these guys have got some good laps going now. D-Focus has a 32-2.
So Maverick. Maverick just burning the penalty down the pit straight, which is good.
Karen's all over him now. These guys will go at it again. They've been trading blows for an entire season in BMWs. Now we're in Ferrari. We're going to go all about it again.
So D-Flow's got the fastest lap at the moment with a 32.2 race lap. I think that's pretty much was their qualifying time.
That's gross, that is. That's what that is. There's no other word for it. The Berry and CB party's still going on through TK2 at the moment. These guys are trading paint still. The Tyrone just in the background there, just shy of 2 seconds behind. So we're actually seeing a fairly strung out grid compared to the Group A field. But there's battles everywhere, so we'll just keep going backwards and forwards, keep an eye on them.
Yeah, I think Barry might just have an advantage here. He's just starting to pull away from CB, so that little bit of a battle has now lifted. He's grabbing onto the back of Karen pretty quick too.
D-Flow just caught that. I think D-Flow's in a pretty good position here, guys. He's just shy of 2 seconds off the lead of the race, behind the two guys that are short field in front of him. And he took a lot of fuel in the pit stop, so he's actually in fairly decent shape here.
Car doesn't look like it's got a scratch on it either.
Yeah, he's nice and smooth, driving really well. Tyre wear's looking really good. Two cars in front are rubber compromised now. They're low on fuel, just under a quarter of a tank for both the 2 litres. And to put it in perspective, their D-Flow's got just shy of half a tank on board of fresh rubber. Oh, CB Chris is in again. Justy Adams in again. Oh, he's in for the first time. This is the second stop for the Death Grip car, I do believe. That was a very short stint from that car. Maybe he had a problem there and he's cooked the tyres or something.
From CB.
Yeah. Time for the lead here too. DB's going to have a look at Artie Thump on the run to the hairpin. Oh, tucks the nose in. Artie runs very deep. He's going to get a good exit. Uses the ripple strip. He's going to get across now. He's going to force DB right out wide. That's some great defensive driving there from Artie there.
And all it's doing is making D-Flow right up behind him.
Yeah, D-Flow's there. Waiting to pick up the pieces and these two take each other out. Who dives to the pits? Nobody. Alright, so she's on. We've got 2 lap cars just ahead of them on the front straight. Two very distinct lines to into turn 1. Artie dives in really, really deep, and DB checks up early and just kisses the apex in the middle.
It's very hard being the follower as well, because you can't quite see the track when you're right behind him.
Yep. Which used to be good, especially for me. I used to race off the nose front bumper cam on my car, so when I was tucked in under someone like that, I couldn't see where I was going. As D-Flow just makes that opportunity to move there through TK2, just jumps down inside of DB007. Again.
D-Flow's car's looking real planted.
Oh, Selva goes round in front of him there. He skids himself out of the way. It's a pretty tough effort to jump into the T-car Ferrari when you've been driving a BMW all week.
Yep, and I think it was a late mechanical issue too, so he probably hasn't had any laps.
Alright, Artie Thump moves over to the outside of the field there just to let D-Flow know he's going to the pits. The leaders both go in and D-Flow assumes the lead of the race.
So DB has a little bit of a fuel advantage, not much, but
enough, I think.
He's made up the gap too.
So Maverick's in too now. Different strategy for Maverick now. He's all over the place compared to the rest of them.
Karen stays out, Barry stays out.
Walker's in between DB and Artie. DB's come out in position number 4 with just on half a tank of fuel. Artie's in P6 with 2/3 a tank of fuel, so he's overfilled a little bit there. He's trying to make himself a bit of race for later on.
So
Maverick is 7th at the moment.
We're going to see DB with definitely another pit stop, or definitely another 2 pit stops by the way he's doing half tanks.
I'd say, yeah. He's backing him. DB's got that pace too, though. He's a very fast racer, a very consistently fast racer too. So he's backing himself with a light car to run consistently fast laps. So you'll see qualifiers out of him for the rest of the race, I'd say. The only problem with that is every time he pits himself, he's going to put himself back in the soup with cars on different strategies.
Artie Thump's looking pretty good. Holding pace with what's his name? Old Wakey's just in front. I think old Wakey might be a little bit out of strategy here. We'll just see what's happening further down the field. Give him a bit of TV time. CB Racing Chris in 10th.
Oh, DB to Karen there in the final hairpin. Just gives a little nudge up. Lets him know he's there. Karen's in the pits.
So Berry stays out again. So Berry's on a pretty long stint here.
He's building himself a race here, Karen. He's just been quietly in the back of that top 5-6 position there, so he'll be in it towards the end, I think.
DB, is this where you try for mediocre laps and try and save a bit of fuel advantage, save a bit of tyres? Or do you just go for it? You've got another 2 stops you need to do.
I think we'll see D-Flow pit this lap. Barry will definitely pit this lap.
But D-Flow.
DB's on just under half a tank of fuel now, so he'll be just caught that at the bottom of the hill there. Big slide from DB.
We might have missed this one. We got it. Big slide.
Oh, Barry's just had one too. DB's gone to second now. Barry there, he's limping at home in the 3rd position at the moment. He's on the light. Tyres are very worn. He's run that car very long actually in this stint.
So D-Flow went around again.
He's definitely be in the pits here. Did D-Flow go in? He did not. He kept going.
Kept going. Barry's in. Hardy stays out. Maverick stays out. Maverick slowly dropping off the back here.
Yeah, Maverick had that issue earlier on and he hasn't really recovered from it. So he's just sort of settled himself into P4 at the moment.
It's not a bad spot to be.
I think he's really racing Berry and Karen, to be perfectly honest. And they're currently 7th and 8th on the road. But they're also completely different strategies. Karen just about filled the car up, so he's running really long, stint, heavy fuel load.
Just having a look at the Aussie Hampton Ferrari here from old Wakey. He's got himself sitting in 5th. He's 30 seconds off the lead, but he's keeping it clean.
That's actually genuine 5th position at the moment for our Walkie as well. He's there. He's switched tyres. He's pitted recently on lap 14. Was he went in? So that's a genuine position in P5.
So that's
Tyrone.
That's a really good race.
There. Tyrone, he pitted on lap 12, so he's slightly out of sequence to these guys, and he's slightly low on fuel, so he's playing himself in early with fuel.
Right.
D-Flow's in.
D-Flow's in. Let's see where he pops out. DB's just entering the...
past. Artie will go past. So I think he's going to come out somewhere between Artie and Maverick, I think. Here he comes. D-Flow might get in front of Artie. He does. Good stop there from the RCLL crew.
That's a good spot to be in. You didn't want to be caught behind Artie with a fresh car. Rather be in front.
This has turned into a very interesting race actually up in front.
It has given DB a 2.5 second advantage though, so he's definitely pulling together some fast laps.
He just went fastest again as you say that, with a 132 flat.
Yeah. That's fast.
You've got Rocky there in the stands cheering on DB. Wants his old sparring partner back for the main Group A.
Well, with any luck, I think he will be there.
He might take D-Flow with him, to be honest. How's that for a run up? BMW 1 racing Ferrari B, then straight into Ferrari A.
He's pretty quick, D-Flow, though. He made the BMW look a breeze to drive.
Yep.
D-Flow is just starting to come into some traffic. Sorry, not D-Flow, DB. DB's coming into some traffic.
He's in front of him there. the bad doctor.
Looks like the bad doctor. The bad doctor, not sure is real happy with the Ferrari, but he's making it
He
work.
had an issue early in the race. He ended up in the fence early, so I think he's just finishing the race now, getting himself out of it.
Let's see if we can see what it's like for DB to be approaching you as a back marker.
I think he'll get out of the way pretty quick.
You just see DB just reeling him in on the corners.
He's a well put together car, that counterpunch Ferrari. Oh, very good looking paint job too on that. I really do like that black and red livery.
Oh, DB cuts them Fuji S's real tight. He's made up big ground through there though. Already onto the back of Dark Side. Dark Side a little loose, he loses it.
He's trying to get himself out of the way nice
Yeah,
and good,
I think
Just dove to the inside.
someone else has just moved out of the way as well there.
Yeah, DB and Mitch has jumped out of the way.
Deflate. He's looking in a very good position here because we're going to have to see DB pull in for another pit and fuel. Was I'm not sure if I can't remember correctly, but Artie Thump's on the same strategy as DB, so
Yeah.
we
He
may
did take
even
slightly more fuel in that second stop though, so he's sort of separated himself out a little bit.
we may even see Cruisin jump a spot here when they go in for their last pit stops.
Well, this is the thing. See, D-Flow in P2 at the moment is just under half a tank of fuel and pretty fresh rubber. And then Maverick in position number 4 is absolutely on vapor and on full worn tyres. So something's completely changed in the strategy though. So they were a very even strategy to begin with, and now they're not. So
Karen's
see how this one plays out. Karen is P6 at the moment with just about 2/3 of a tank of fuel because he's nearly full filled. And Berry's behind him on half a tank. And they're 4 seconds off the back of Old Walkie.
old Wakey.
Yeah, so that puts him... They're 12 seconds off the back of Maverick at the moment, which isn't enough for a pit stop. Whoa, one there in the front. Who's that? DB! DB's gone, he's lost it! Out
See
of
if we can
third, I
catch
think
it.
was. Oh, Artie Thump went too! In the final turn.
We just missed DB.
The Mavericks is in third. Mavericks is inherited third position suddenly. Into the pits they all go. DB's in as well. Worn tyres, broken front splitter on the counterpunch Ferrari. Mavericks in as well. Artie Thump went too. This is pretty much giving D-Flow the race on a platter. Thanks for coming, boys. DB's on his way out now.
See
Close to
well.
half a tank.
See how close
Who's that?
Karen gets.
Here comes Karen and Berry. Look at them. They're in this now. Straight past Maverick they go. Bang, bang. Karen's to fourth.
Very.
Look at old Walkie there. Still in the race here he is. Playing the light fuel game. 33.3 was his fastest lap on the jet lap just gone through. He's right on the back of DB through the S's.
Great spot to be in, even though he's probably going to lose a lot of spots through a pit stop.
He's banging on the light for fuel. Look at this little battle here though. Karen, Maverick, Berry. Artie Thump's just there as well. They're very close together, these guys now. She's on here. Karen's got it all to do now. That car is several laps old now. Last pitted on lap 13.
Oh, there he goes!
He's gone! Maverick touched him as well. Oh, and Artie Thump into Berry. Oh, she's gone off. That's just stove Karen up. That's his race done. He's in the fence.
It's not going to be Abby.
He's going to be livid with that. A little bit loose over the ripple strip. And Maverick just giving that little bit of a thump to get him out of the way.
We don't need to do a replay on that one because we were watching it the whole way.
Oh boy, that's going to be big in the steward's office, I think. So Old Walkie's about to pit now and get himself out of the train here. So Maverick now going to inherit third. He's an Artie Thump and Berry right behind him. Berry's in a good position here to make up some spots.
Artie Thump, he's got a bit of a draft. Gonna look at the inside.
Oh, Maverick goes super deep into one.
Now here, you can't make a mistake off this second part of the sideboard guesses because you hit that curb on the inside and it could throw you into the fence.
He's going to try and get around the outside TK2. It's not the approach I'd take. Berry on the inside. He's made a big dive. Not quite there.
Oh,
He's
Artie.
definitely Artie's feathers though. That exit was sloppy. Down the hill they come. Oh. Maverick's in trouble here. Maverick's in big trouble.
Yeah, you can see he's holding Artie up a bit. His car's looking loose.
Yeah. Maverick's one of those drivers that when he gets under pressure he gets a little bit rough around the edges. We saw it in the Porsches, we saw it in the BMW, now we're here in the Ferrari. As we know with the Ferraris, it does not take much to put them in the fence. So they're going to be very, very careful here to how they approach this pass. Artie's looking left, he's looking right. And Berry's there as well. Berry's out of sequence with these guys though. He's lighter on fuel now and his tyres are looking far more warm.
Artie's going to have another look up the inside. Going to make it stick this time.
DB does a 1:32.007 guys, just in case you're worrying at home there. Do you think you're fast?
So Artie's made the move stick.
This is where you've got to cover though on the run down to TK2. Maverick's going to have a run down the hill. As he looks, he's going to try and go to the inside. He's going to try the inside. Here he goes to the inside. Here comes the dive down the inside. Leans on him.
Oh, Berry!
Berry with a big kick in the background. Just catches it. These two at it again. No, Artie's on the inside for down the hill. Maverick brakes super late for that one too.
I think they need to settle it down or they're going to have no tyres left. I think Berry just burnt his tyres drifting around TK2. Artie's car just looks a little bit more poised than Maverick's.
Just to give you an update there, Womble. EBM Mitch is in the fence on the exit of Fuji as the leaders go past. And Just the Atom is just off the road at the bottom of the hill near the bottom S-bend. I can't remember what that one's called. On the run into ADR. Having a bit of a rough night tonight, guys, but they'll get there.
Yep, the Ferrari is definitely one car to adjust to.
Absolutely. Oh, look at this again for second position. It's on again. Maverick goes through TK2, TK1 into the S's.
They're not giving each other an inch.
No, they're not. They're screwing each other out of any chance of second position, though. They're definitely fighting for third. Because DB's pulled 10 seconds on these guys now. They're actually playing Berry into this because he's out of sync with these guys and they're keeping him up.
And he's fuel saving along the way.
He's trying to.
Might jump back up the front and see where D-Flow is. Just about to come through the Canopy hairpin. A little bit taily. DB 14 seconds behind. So you're talking almost the length of the straight. And then behind DB we got Maverick, and Maverick is 11 seconds down the road. And he has Artie Thump right on his tail.
These guys are definitely fighting for third position now as Berry goes in now in the fifth. 30 minutes to go. He's going to get to the end of this stop, so keep an eye on him at the very end of the race. He'll have a very tired car, but he might be in with a shot for the back end of the podium.
Hardy gets
So
Maverick.
if these two guys get together, Hardy and Maverick here have got to be smart about how they do this. If they end up having an issue, Berry's going to grab them at the end.
So they're definitely slowing themselves down by the way they're driving.
They are. Well, what did they do last lap? 33.5 and 33.4. So they're not super slow, but they're not as fast as the guys around them either.
Old Wakey's still holding on to 5th at the moment, even though Barry's
He's
just
doing
pitted.
a great job. He'll be top 6, top 7, I reckon, at the end of the race.
And Ty, the other Tyrone, he's a little bit out of sequence, but he's still
Yeah.
in 6th.
Alright, so D-Flow's in the light. DB's almost in the light. Hardy's on a quarter of a tank. Maverick's on a quarter of a tank. Oh, Whoop is under a quarter of a tank. Tyrone's under a quarter of a tank. So Barry's the first of the runners that can get home, currently 7th. CB cannot get home. Black Project's half a tank, 12 minutes, he might do it.
The deflo's in.
Karen definitely can do it from 10th at the moment, so he's on the redemption drive at the moment. Got 3/4 of a tank in, 12 minutes to go.
Let's see where DB pulls out. DB's going to owe us a pit stop though, isn't he?
Nah, he'll fuel here. 2/3 of the tank, that'll get him home with 11 minutes to go.
DB
So he's
will
out
owe us a
second,
pit
he's
stop.
clear. Nah, oh DB will, yeah. DB should pit this lap. Fuel lights just came on. We're going to get one of these guys out of this group because DB and D on the same grid. It's just painful to try and commentate.
They're going to, I mean, he's only 4.5 seconds up the road from D-Flow, so that's not a big time gap for a fuel stop as he drifts into TK2.
I think DB knows he only needs second or better, so I think he'll be okay with second position behind D-Flow. He lost a lot of time in that second stint where he got caught up in the battle.
Oh, his car's
Oi,
looking super
oi.
loose. He's really pushing to
almost
get
out of
that
fuel.
gap.
It's very light at the moment. Tyres aren't the worst I've seen, but they're not brilliant either. But he's slip sliding around everywhere at the moment. You can see D-Flow in the background just reeling him in. He's just about inside 5 seconds, as he does now. Hardy Thump's pulled 5 seconds on Maverick. Maverick's gone around here somewhere. Maverick's got damage. Maverick went off.
Let's see if we can
Would have
catch
been at
it.
the bottom of the hill.
Oh, he's done it.
Oh, D-Flow, DB007's hit the fence as well at Fuji. He's got damage. Rear end. So that extra lap just killed him. Absolutely killed him. Hardy's yet to pit. Maverick's yet to pit. Barry's in really good shape. These guys are just slowing each other up. Barry's in good shape to make the podium here.
Hardy's
DB's in
in.
the pits now. Hardy Thump goes as well.
Here comes Maverick.
He'll go in too. Yeah, they're all going to slip
Maverick's
in now.
in.
The Aussie Hampton car goes again. He's going to make a pest of himself up the front here, guys. DB comes out.
Where's
He's definitely
Barry?
safe for second. Where is Barry? Barry's coming down the straight now. How many of these guys can he pick off?
I think he might get Maverick here.
It's going to be close. He's going to grab Maverick. Gets him. So he's into 5th.
That's what he needed.
And that car is no worse off than the one in front of it and the one behind it. This is a race for 5th position.
You know,
Effectively
Maverick
4th position on the road.
Maverick is going to be pushing like hell to catch up to Barry.
He comes 7 seconds down the road, so he'll take 3rd position when old Walker goes in. D-Flow though, put his stamp on this race. 15 seconds down the road from the leader. Coming, he says. Nice to see us all. DB's done enough if he can keep the car straight. He's 5 seconds down the road from Milwaukee, but 7 seconds down the road from Muddy Thump, so he should be able to hold on to second, unless he makes another massive mistake.
So what this is telling us is D-Flow is going to upset a few drivers in Group A.
I think it's the top 2, yeah. So at the moment, these guys are just slugging out for braking rights. So you got Barry and Maverick as the closest battle on the track, really, at the moment. Until these other guys all cycle through. So
Old
Karen
Wakey.
looks like he's going to recover to 6th position, right behind Maverick. He's not that far down the road.
Wakey comes in.
I expect Tyrone to come in this lap as well.
This is going to put Barry up to 4th.
He's going to have to sit for a while though. He's very low on fuel. But exits now. half a tank. He's come out in 6th. Not bad.
8 minutes to go. This is when the pressure starts building in, when you're in a good spot and you think, can I hold on to it? Karen down in 8th.
This is a good drive from the two Aussie Hampton cars.
Yeah, 6th and 7th. That's not bad. That's not
6th and 7th on the road.
too far down the field. I mean, at the moment, they're still ahead of Karen, aren't they?
Yeah. Tyrone's going to be questionable on fuel, though. He's got a 13 tank on board at the moment, 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go. That's questionable for distance. Karen's safe. CB Chris is safe. Black Project's safe. So all these guys can grab him if he suddenly runs out of puff.
Black Project. A long ways from the leader, but looking nice and smooth still, even on the DS4. Justin the Atom. The green beacon car. It's sitting in 11th, but first time out, first race for Sector 1, so you can only improve from here.
Exactly right. Bit of a rough start for some of these guys towards the back. They've had a bit of a
Dark side. Through the Fuji S's, nice and cleanly. Car looks a little bit battered. It's a learning curve this first round. And then we got Excalibur in 13th.
DB's looking for a 31 here, guys. He's purple through Sector 1. What's Sector 2 look like? He's up again. This is territory for a 31. He's trying for the extra point as well, which is going to be really helpful towards him.
Yeah, it definitely is. I used that for Monza as well, I think, to get me back into Group A last season.
Yeah, the old fastest lap does sneak you up the order a little bit sometimes too. People don't take that into account when they're
Come through the third
He's
sector.
30 seconds off the lead. Oh, lost a lot there though.
D-Flow's holding his own though. Keeping that gap.
This battle between Berry and Maverick is just simmering off still. They're within a half a second, so it's close. And Berry's just waiting for the right time to make a move. Oh, Karen's going to get the other Tyrone here. JDR. Great move.
DB doesn't go any
Good recovery
quicker.
drive so far from Karen.
I don't know if we'll catch that, but I'll try.
32-2 there from DB007.
Takes the inside. Through up. He made it stick, yep. Clean pass, well done. Just starting to fan out now, and there's not too much action.
Really strung out at the moment.
It's a bit of
battle
a
here for 9th and 10th. Black Project and CB Chris.
I think
Black Project there in his first run for Blacklight Motorsport, doing a good job there in the top 10.
CB's made up a big lot of ground there because he was a fair gap behind Black Project.
Yeah, he's pulling about a second a lap on him at the moment, but you know, you can be doing this for another 45 minutes and
Oh,
I think D-Flow's just in cruise and collect at the moment. He's just happily cruising along there. He's got black cars in front of him again, so he's just trying to be careful about what he does. Doesn't want to get to the point where he's running out of fuel at the end and has to lift. Keep an eye on old Walkie here too. P6 at the moment. It's closing on Berry and Maverick very quickly at the moment. It's just on a 33-2. He's flying home at the moment. And he's got a fuel advantage and a tyre advantage on the two in front of him. He's going to close in on these guys in the last couple of laps. We could see Aussie Hampton car go as far up as P4. That'll make them all happy.
well, he's down to 1.7 seconds to Berry.
He's pulling them in really, really quick too. Another Tyrone's just bit the bullet and gone in. He knows he's not going to make it home on what he had left in the tank, so he's putting some fresh tyres on. Go for a fresh couple of laps, fast as he can. Barry's overworked that rear tyre. The right rear on that car is looking really tired already. Walkie might have him here. He's just on the fastest lap, 33.1.
Yeah, his car looks in a lot better shape. The body language is showing that it's got grip, and Barry is pretty loose.
Yeah, Barry lost a lot of car in that battle with Maverick in the first couple of laps. He's sideways. He's got round.
Oh.
He's in the fence.
Oh no, that puts old Wakey up into fifth.
Fifth, hunting down Maverick now. There's slight damage on Barry's car, but I think he's under control.
So he's got a 2.8 second gap to Maverick and a better car. So there's still 2 laps to go.
Oh, he's gone around again too. Fuji. Karen's going to have him here shortly. Here he comes. Yeah, that rear tyre just let go on Barry's car in a big way.
Oh, we missed it. But yes, Karen is right back behind him now.
Get after him there, Walkie. Get after him. 2.5 seconds and closing in on Maverick quickly. He's doing consistently faster laps now too.
Just seeing a little bit of lap traffic for cruising.
Yeah, looks like it's Scarborough in front of him there, so he's pretty clearly bloke at Scarborough. He should get out of the way when he sees the car coming behind him. He's just there getting some team points to get his grip in the T car as he moves right over there to the left. Great job.
Old Wakey under 2 seconds now.
Yeah, he's closing in. Maverick will be just suddenly a little bit nervous here. One more lap to go after this. These guys will be entering their last lap. D-Flow's on his last lap. DB's just about to enter his last lap. This will be concerning Maverick now. That car's getting awfully close to the mirror. Here's another 0.3 of a second before they get to probably TK2 to just grab that slipstream.
Hardy Thump,
It's not quite there.
lonely 3rd place.
It's been a good race from Marty there. He had a good battle in the first couple of stints, and then he just got himself clear and showing him his heels from there. He's good.
I think old Wakey's going to have to settle for 5th because cruising's not letting that up.
Yeah, Maverick's responded now. He's straight away starting to stretch the gap again.
Back up the front. D-Flow just coming around ADR. He's about 20 seconds off the finish of the race. The timer's out.
What a statement this has been from D-Flow.
12 seconds up the road from DB007. Even though DB started off the rear of the grid, that's still a good race.
It's a massive race. Oh, Mitch goes around in front of him again. Look out. Oh, just missed him. Here he comes, D-Flow. What a win.
Winner, round 1, Group B, making it look easy.
DB with a stellar drive there from the back of the grid for second.
Yeah, I think the fastest lap's going to help him out a little bit.
Yep.
Perfect drive. Hardy Thump, nice quiet ending of the race, but he's put it together and come home on the podium.
Well, he did the work at the start of the race, didn't he, to get himself up there. He battled it out. Looks like Maverick's going to hang on here for 4th.
Great drive from Maverick and Wakey at the end of the race there.
Wakey's going to be definitely on the cards for driver of the day there for P5 on debut. What a run. Great job. Barry there looks like he might hang on here. The car's looking really light. It's nearly out of fuel. Karen's closing in here on the straight. I don't think he's going to have enough room though. Barry's going to hang on to 5th, 6th position. Gets there. Good recovery for Karen there for 7th. He's going to be asking some questions in the steward's office. CB's going to come home in 8th. Black Project's going to get there in nice inside the top 10. Other Tyrone 10th on debut as well.
And we're
then all
done.
the lap guys.
Beautiful victory there from D-Flow.
Yep.
Perfect race start to finish.
Yeah, he got swallowed up off the start, didn't he? He ended up a couple of positions back off the. He was on the front row. Ended up dropping back as far as 4th or 5th at one stage there, and got himself back up into the race, which is good to see.
Well, it certainly hurts you. Look, a bit of a mistake certainly hurts you through the race, and it's hard to catch back up when everyone's so fast.
Absolutely.
Recapping tonight's race. D-Flow comes in first position. DB007 second. Artie Thump makes third, rounding out the podium. Maverick holds on to fourth with Old Wakey creeping up to get him, but didn't quite get there in fifth. Berry holds on to sixth. Karen Unleashed seventh. CB Racing Chris in eighth. Black Project in ninth. The other Tyrone brings it home in 10th. Justin the Atom makes 11th. Darkside holds out for 12th. Excalibur 13th with the fill-in driver for Death Grip. And Mitch 84 rounds out the 14. Beautiful. Oh, I'm glad we fixed the echo. Hopefully it's not still echoing.
I hope so, because I've
been talking the whole time.
Talking a lot, so otherwise it's going to be pretty hard to listen to. Yeah, it's one of those things we sort of fix along the way as we go. So we get there, it'll be right.
Driver of the day. Definitely for me, I'm going to go with D-Flow. He's made it look pretty easy. I wouldn't mind giving Berry a call and Old Wakey. They, even though they weren't right up the front, they still had a great race.
Yeah, I'll go there. I'm going to give mine to Wakey. That was a pretty good drive there on debut to sneak your way up there in the top 5. What a way to announce your arrival.
Well, driver of the day in chat is, what do we got here? Mr. Bumcrack, driver of the day, Wakey. Driver of the day, Old Wakey. D-Flow, driver of the day. Stickers, Old Wakey, driver of the day. Artie, Jimmy Farah, Artie, driver of the day. Who would have thought he would have put Artie in there? Being his team owner. Well, it looks like it's going to be Old Wakey. He's definitely got the most.
He's got the numbers, I think.
Got the numbers there, yeah.
It was a good bit of racing there towards the end, and it's only going to get better as the season progresses too, guys. You've got to remember these guys aren't really used to racing these cars yet. They've been putting in as much practice as they can, but it takes more than a couple of practice sessions to get your head around a car as pointy as the Ferrari. As you'd know, they're big guns. A couple of seasons piloting a McLaren and now back in the Ferrari. So,
if you got anything off my first race to go by, don't look at it.
It's not the easiest car in the world to drive, and it's a big ask to get these guys to jump in here and have a crack at it. So, hats off to every guy that's piloting a Ferrari this season, because they're definitely not easy to steer.
Nah,
the race was pretty clean considering too. There a couple of little incidents here and there, but nothing more than we would have seen in a mixed grid race. So happy days, really.
Yeah, once that Ferrari loses some tyre grip, it's just holding on basically at the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Sector 1 Sim Racing. And where was I going with that? Next week. Back to Group A. Where we're going around Brown's Hatch. We'll go around Brown's Hatch, We don't want to go around Brown's Hatch.
Well, that's the one too. So I do believe the micro sector comes back on Thursday.
It is back
as well.
Right.
With Ghost and our mate Sandman. I'm not sure whether there'll be guests or whatnot because it's the first one for the season. So we'll see how we go with that. I'm sure if you keep an eye on the socials this week, you will catch up with everything that's happening with that. And then, we're back for Group A, myself and Ghost in the box. Not sure who our BMW commentator is going to be, but our mate Troy will be back in his Ferrari, holding on to the steering wheel as tight as he can.
Yeah. I'm just going to say yes.
around the brown hatch, she says, yeah.
The brown hatch. We'll go Brands Hatch. That might be the better track to drive on. Thanks for watching tonight. Sorry for the bit of the technical difficulties we've had, but it seems like the second half of the stream we've sorted it, so hopefully that can stay like that. We thought we sorted it before tonight, but it's obviously a gremlin that come back again. And we have sorted it. Thanks for the commentary, Lucas, tonight.
Pleasure, mate, as always. Great job tonight, mate, under pretty trying conditions to get that back up and under, so good job. We can only go up from here as well, so we'll do it in another couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure how good the first BMW race turned out, but it felt like a lot of talking to myself. So thank you to the viewers for watching, and next week we'll be at Group A at Brands Hatch. I think that just about rounds it out. I think we've got a couple of minutes left to any of your thoughts for Group A, Lucas?
I'm going to tentatively say that DB's back, D-Flow's going to be in there as well. I'm not sure who the dropouts are for Group A yet, but I'm sure we'll figure that out throughout the week. So she's going to be some good racing. These two guys are obviously fast out of Group B, but they have like a week's practice to get onto the new track, so I can't wait to watch that happen. BMW Land, I'm not as sure what's going on there, so again, keep an eye out throughout the week. Team owners especially, keep an eye out for what's happening with the drivers moving. I'm sure the boys will be on all over it in the next day or so. So
yeah, the fast
Group A.
The fast turnaround's going to really hurt some people. Brands Hatch is a different track to try and learn again, so it's fast and it's flowing.
I think we saw spills here. We're going to see some massive spills at Brands Hatch because there's not a lot of room for error there.
No. Well, I think that might do us for tonight. It's the second race was definitely a better call with the technical difficulties and having someone else join you in the box you can hear proper. But we might leave it there, and we will see you next Group B, potentially, because Sean and Lucas will be doing Group A stream, and I will be back for Group B potentially. We will see you next Sunday night.